The only reason my mom got it is because I got lost. And
where and how?
Yeah, so
he was chasing a Cinnabon.
Ironically, it was outside of Cheesecake Factory.
My old stomping grounds.
From Mr. Broke Productions, in an association with Maximillionaire and Vice City Kingpin, present to you Life on Easy Mode. So sit back, relax, and enjoy the show.
Bark.
Are those
Bark.
your goons? Currently, you are listening to us upside down. You are also watching us upside down.
Ooh, Stranger Things.
For what
you
reason?
are also upside down listening to this.
For what reason? None.
Just a normal Saturday afternoon.
Just because we can. Because it's just as it was.
Do you guys want some grape juice? I have some in the fridge.
I would love some grape
Wait,
juice,
that's an
bro.
actual song?
Yeah, did you not listen?
Dog, I was at the gym while listening.
We were actually.
Yeah,
I didn't think you were real
No,
about that.
I was serious.
You sound like the like
The meme, like-
snared-eyed dog meme where
No,
you're just like
I
me
was
listening
serious.
to this at the gym.
I just put it and I was on the treadmill. I wasn't looking at song names.
Now, be honest. Did it help you get the?
No, it made me. I left early.
I don't think. I don't think Harry is the type of person you should be listening to.
Well,
working out.
to be fair, the only thing rocket about that is the funk element in it. There's really nothing like Kiwi or Sweet or
No.
Only Angel on it. So
Yeah.
it was very, very modern sounding. So Miguel, sorry, you could have just switched to a you.
Yeah,
That was
you
also
should've.
that was actually playing in Newberry Comics.
Yeah,
today.
we went to Newberry Comics.
Really?
It was the bleep version. So all
Really? That's funny.
Yeah, I was sitting in line 'cause
Yo.
I had to go back to get some sunglasses,
them.
and like all I hear while I'm in line is just you.
That's so funny.
So
That's funny.
I mean, it would have just been better at that point. Just play the uncensored version. The kids got to know what they're saying anyway.
No
but
kids going to that. Well, I mean, I guess.
so welcome everyone to another
To
episode
Harry's
of the Life on
house.
Easy Mode podcast. We were currently upside down. I don't know if I'm still editing this where we're upside down anymore, but we'll figure it out post
But
editing.
you can listen to us upside down though.
Yeah.
You can use your wild imagination.
Or if you're listening to us on Apple Music or
Just-
podcast, just flip your phone upside down, and
Or-
you'll be a
or-
part of the gang.
Or you do a flip and then you pause while you're like
On a
upside
headstand?
right,
On a
like the
headstand?
right- and then you only play it
you
when
just
while you're
whoa.
upside down.
You know like when like I forget what show it's called, but like You Are Not the Father, the guy will do like a flip. Do one of
You
those
Are
kind of
Not
flips
the
while
Father.
listening to us. Or
Yep.
just do a cartwheel on a treadmill,
And then
you'll be
pause
fine.
when you're like the right side up, and then unpause when you're upside down.
And then flip it over to side 2 and do a front flip.
Yes.
And then there you go. So,
Exactly.
in case you ever wondering, we're gonna talk about Harry's house. Yeah, I mean, we're basically here, so should we just start with that?
I guess so.
Sure.
All right,
I mean,
bet. So,
I mean, we're
Harry's
in a,
house.
it's
So,
actually
we gotta-
Harry-
we
we got
Oh,
the CD here.
Oh, I'll
We
go
gotta
on
leave
mine.
him for last.
We gotta leave what for last?
Gion's opinion.
Oh yeah. So we're gonna save you for last. I get the CD version, which shout out to the people on Newberry Comics in Providence
Well,
because hold
Actually, that's like your first idiotic mistake of the day. Technically, you couldn't find the CD.
up. Okay, I looked everywhere on all the racks. There was nowhere to be found. I'm pretty sure even on new releases, this wasn't there.
I was just about to say, wasn't it in new releases? Because that's usually where
It was there. It was
Are
there
you-
when we
are we
went
sure?
today. It was there when we went today.
Okay,
I know
alright,
that.
alright.
But real quick, just want to give a quick shout out to the people at Newberry Comics in Providence, Rhode Island. Don't know the names, but I was looking through the CD rack. I couldn't find it, so I just settled for Fine Line because there was only one copy left. And I'm like, all right. So I go up to the stand. And I'm just like, by any chance, you guys have a CD copy of Harry's House? Did I just call it As It Was
Yeah.
the last
As
two
It
times?
Was.
And neither of you stopped me. Fake friends. Anyway, so I go up to the front desk.
Well,
I'm
that's
like,
the first time you're saying Harry's house.
yeah, because when I was referring to the album, I said As It Was.
Oh, I think.
No, you said Harry's house.
Oh, I
I'm pretty
did?
Sure.
Yeah, you said
Oh,
Harry's house,
okay.
yeah.
I'm all fucked
my
up.
Lord.
This weekend has just been. We're gonna get into
It's-
that, bro.
it's
It's
only
over for me.
Saturday.
Just know that it's over for me. So I go up there. I go, by any chance, do you guys have CD copy of Harry's House on CD? And she was like, let me go check. So out of nowhere, she just comes up magically. Like, yep, here you go. I'm like,
Here you go.
all right, I'll just buy this, and I bought Fine Line. So I bought this. Gian bought the vinyl version. Gian, if you want to show the big version of that, I have the CD right there.
I started a trend of the vinyl with Gian.
You know, Miguel, you are the reason modern people are buying vinyl. So
Yeah.
how do you feel being a culture?
I start buying vinyl, and so does everybody else. I'm a trendsetter.
Dude, how do you feel to influence a culture? How do you feel?
I get my bachelor's. You see, next year.
You-
There's gonna be
Oh yeah.
and the year after
Even
that.
after that.
Where's your job, Miguel?
Oh, shut up.
Oh.
We'll get into it.
Damn. His job's being an influencer, right? Which
Yeah.
doesn't pay well,
Yeah,
but
exactly,
he's an influencer.
Exactly. I influence you to get
He's
a
gonna
vinyl.
he's gonna be one of those struggling artists where he's gonna be on the street, but he has talent. He's
I
gonna
do
be
have
selling
talent.
his.
He's gonna be banging like bongos.
He's gonna be selling his vinyl just to have a
he wouldn't
4
sell
for
his
4 at
vinyl.
Wendy's. 13 songs, about 50 or so minutes long. You know, very
Yeah.
modern sounding. And I guess since I'm going through it, you listened to the whole thing, right?
Yeah, I did.
All right. So, do you want to go first? We'll just go down.
You
I
might
can
as
go
well
first.
just go from starting from you to.
Yeah. All right. So, 13 tracks on here. So, before this was released, As It Was released as a single, which right now currently it still seems to be the biggest song from the album. But right now, Late Night Talking is getting to be a bigger song. Like I've seen that on a lot of Apple playlists. It's becoming pretty big. A lot of people are talking about that. A lot of downloads or streams on Spotify. So that's becoming a big one. Music for a Sushi Restaurant, which is the first track on here. And then you were mentioning, Gian, that right now you seem like one of your favorite songs right now is Cinema.
I think I might change it though.
So, do you know which one? Or
No, don't say
Okay,
it.
I won't say it now.
all
I'm
right.
not gonna say it now.
All right, so as much as I've grown to like As It Was, when I first heard it, I was like, a little too poppy. But, I'm like, all right, I can appreciate it. It's catchy. It's fun. This whole album, I listened to it about 3 times front and back now. We listened to it in the car today, listened to it when I woke up, we listened to it last night. It's a fun album to listen to. There's really nothing on here that I dislike. I'm like, change that. It's fun. But I would say hands down, favorite song in here is definitely Keep Driving. And the reason why for that is I love the instrumentation. I don't know what exact instruments he's using on there, but it has a very nostalgic feel to it. I feel like I'm 9-10 years old again, but at the same time, it also has a very summer vibe feel to it. First of all, this whole album is a summer vibe. This is going to be the summer of 2022, but I feel like Keep Driving has a very, very summer vibe to this, if that's worded correctly. I could just, first of all, it's called Keep Driving. I could just picture us just driving
Just
to the
keep driving.
beach. Just keep driving down on the beach at sunset, East Matunic, Scarborough, wherever the hell we're going.
Or even to New Hampshire or Maine. I just feel it like a road trip type thing.
Yeah. During the summer, July, just feeling free. Weather's warm.
Windows down.
Hell yeah, bro. So it gives me that kind of vibe, and I think after listening to this 3 times, definitely my favorite song on here. God, it's like we're doing the music bracket again.
I know, but no competition.
No competition. I will say, from what Gian had told me, he had heard, because he was my news guy for anything related to Harry Styles. He had said, all right, apparently it's gonna have a very psychedelic rock
That
sound
was
to
the
it.
first early stages of it. So
Yeah, so I'm thinking maybe Jimi Hendrix, the 13th floor elevators. What kind of psychedelic we talk about? It's nothing like that. Very modern, but a lot of funk influence to this. A few songs have a very 80s feel to it. I think it was either Late Night Talking or Grape Juice.
Yeah, it was a couple.
Has a very 80s feel to it. Not bad. I wasn't disappointed. It's just it was different from what I expected.
Yeah.
No, it was pretty fun album. I think the album cover's pretty cool. I also grown to really love these paper CD covers. As much as I love the plastic ones, the CDs, I do think that they look more slick when they're just paper like this, And think,
Graduation is like that.
yeah, well, a lot of modern CDs, they just make in paper like this now just because it looks cooler. And it's also safe to say that I now officially own Harry's entire discography because you got me his debut for
Yes.
my birthday, and I bought
did.
Fine Line and this last night. So I'm going to have to listen to it a little more before I decide which is my favorite album. But if I had to say right now, it's probably still his first because it just has more rock influence in it than this and Fine Line. But enough about me. I want to hear how you were listening to this in the
Okay.
gym.
How do you think of Harry's apartment?
So I was on my way to the gym, and Gion's like, okay, we're going to talk about it, so go listen to it. I was like, I wasn't planning on it.
I was in the car when he texted you that too.
And I was like, fine, whatever. So I get on the treadmill, I put my music. I'm like, okay, whatever. Let's listen to this. What was the first song called?
Music for a Sushi Restaurant.
It sounds like music for a sushi restaurant.
Right? Yeah.
Well,
So I'm gonna be honest. They all kind of sounded like a little bit of the same, but I would say my favorite like that got my attention was Daydreaming.
yeah.
I thought Daydreaming was a really good song.
That's a good song.
That
Like
was-
the sample, the instrumentals, the lyrics, everything. I think that's my favorite song. And then I played the whole thing through. I don't know. I feel like since I've only listened to it once, I do have to give it another listen. There's nothing I disliked. I'll say that. I would give it actually I'm not gonna rate it yet, but I did like Cinema.
Did you Keep Driving? It's the one right after Daydreaming. I think it's in 3/4. It's like dun dun.
Yeah.
dun,
I gotta
dun,
re-listen
dun.
to it again, to be honest. I can't really give in an in-depth. How many times have you listened to this album?
yeah, fully, probably 4 times, 5 times already.
I can confirm because he listened to it yesterday morning when he woke up because he before I even woke up, I saw a text like 7 in the morning that he already listened to it.
Yeah, well,
I'm like,
right before
I'm like,
work.
were you at the midnight release? What the hell were
No,
you doing?
I couldn't stay
He
up.
texted me. I saw the text. It was like 6:30 in the morning, and he said he listened to the whole thing already. I'm like,
Because I woke up for work, or like I'm listening
like,
to. I was listening
the
to it
album
as
is 50
that.
minutes long, and he's texting me before the ass
No, so
crack of dawn.
I text you. I'm starting to listen now, and then I got to work and I finished it on the way to
Okay.
work, and then I listened to it on the way back a little bit, and then I listened to it again the third time last night.
Yeah.
On the CD because the vinyl.
And then we listened to it again this morning.
Yeah.
So yeah, about 4 times. I listened
Four
to it
times.
3. Yeah. You thought it was gonna be double digits for him, right?
Honestly, yeah.
might be budget.
I've probably listened to Kendrick's album so many times already.
Mm-hmm.
But it has been a week. I mean, I will give it another listen. It was definitely like, I haven't listened to his first one, but I don't know. I feel like it's as good as Fine Line.
Okay. Yeah.
So I will give it that. He's definitely a good singer.
Yeah.
But I'd say my favorites is probably As It Was and Daydreaming for right now. But I will give it another listen soon enough.
Miguel was just saying that just because it's a bit for the cast. He actually
Yeah.
fucking hates the album.
No,
This
yeah, I
he's
fucking
ready to
hate
he's
this
ready to
shit.
rip this out of my hand and just rip it up.
He's
I'm
actually like an assassin, like.
I hold it upside down and I'm like,
Alright, guys.
oh, what the?
So-
this looks
Well,
weird.
no, it looks
Actually,
that
no.
actually looks really
Honestly,
weird.
That's the thing. I think that was done intentionally.
I think that would be a better album cover.
Really, you think him upside
Honestly?
down?
Honestly, it looks a lot better.
Actually, you know what, Miguel? I think I agree. And
It
you know
looks
what? And you know what, Gian? Looking at this now, I think this was done intentionally. Where here's the original, here's how it's supposed to look. But if you flip it up upside down, it looks like it could still be like a regular album cover. That was just
Yeah.
he's Spider-Man.
That
feel
actually kinda-
that's actually a cool ass album cover, like the right side up.
Honestly, I kind of like it like this. I think it does look cooler. Like
How's
this
you
scene.
sticking there?
He's like Spider Harry. Spider Harry does whatever.
He is British.
He is British. Well, here's the thing. How good is his American accent? Is he as good as Tom Holland's?
He is in the Marvel universe already.
Yeah,
Right, but does he have a British
he's
accent in it,
brown.
or is he American?
I think he just keeps his accent.
Does he have a New York accent?
No, I don't think
from
he
Jersey?
keeps his accent.
Oh, I have to replay it. I haven't
I'd
seen
have
it
to
since
rewatch
it came
it
out.
too. You
Yeah,
know, Thanos' brother
Yo,
with no ball section.
yo,
But
Dan-
anyways,
Here's just Thanos, and then his brother's just Harry.
Harry. Yeah, they're in Harry's house now. You got 3 of the 6 albums.
I don't get the reference, but I'm gonna laugh.
the Infinity
Hey,
Stone 6.
Oh, okay.
Oh my lord. All right.
I think we're waiting for the drum roll.
Yeah.
What is your?
So you know what's funny? The first song, I woke up at 6:15 in the morning. I'm like, all right, I need to listen to it. I'm very tired. I hated the first song.
Wow.
I did not like it.
Wait, timeout. Pause. Stock image referee photo. Did you just say you hated something Harry Styles did?
I didn't. I was like,
I didn't even
Oh.
think it was that bad.
no.
History.
At
This is
first,
history.
No, so at first I was like,
first.
at first I was like,
first.
oh,
At
I don't like
first.
this. And then
At second?
He goes, I get it.
At third?
Well, the thing was, he wasn't at a sushi restaurant listening to it.
And then I went through it because I was still waking up. I took a shower, and I actually didn't play all the album because I was rushing for work. And I'm like, oh fuck, let me get ready for work. And then I went onto the road. I'm like, all right, you know what? It takes about less than half to. It takes about like 35 minutes for me from my dad's house to get to work. So I'm like, you know what? Let's just play it through. So I played it again, and I did like it again. I think I
At
just.
second.
It's just that at first I was like, oh, this is.
I'm just curious, what was it about it the first time that you
I
didn't
think
like?
it was just the. Okay, so I have been waiting. Like, obviously, I've been waiting for this for a while, and so my impression was that like, because I'm already seeing like all these rave reviews for it. I'm like, this is apparently people are saying this is his best album, so let me listen to it. The first song, I'm like, I hope it's not gonna be like the rest of the album. But then I listened to it again, and that's actually probably like one of my top 5 of this album. I did like it because of, like the instrumentals and like the funk of it.
That's a,
Because like it. No, yeah.
it's just a switch. You went from
I
hating
think
it to
was
all
just-
right, top 5.
No, I think it was just funny because I was just tired. I'm like, oh,
Probably because you were getting ready to go to work.
probably.
Yeah.
But I did. I played it about 4 times fully, and obviously I listened to As It Was since it debuted April Fool's Day. So, I did really like this album. Right now, I think it's still up there for Fine Line. Right now, I think Fine Line might be still my favorite, but I have to do this again. Or like listen to it again. The only song that I don't think I'm actually not crazy about, but like I didn't dislike anything, but like
Was it Satellite?
No, I actually kind of like Satellite after listening to it again. I think it's just the one song that like is really depressing. It's Matilda. That it's such a good song, but it's so fucking sad.
That's weird because I thought that would be like, well, maybe not top 5. I thought you would love that song.
No,
I know you like the more folky or kind of sadder songs.
But like the lyrics on that are just like
sad.
It's literally about, like, he even talks about in an interview that I told you this. It was about someone who he was talking to, and they were talking about her. It was a girl, and I don't think obviously her name was Matilda, but she was talking about how her life, and Harry was like, that's not how you should live your life. Like some like fucked up stuff was happening in her life, so he basically asked her to write it with him and just do that. And actually, funny enough, so I told Nicky this, music for a sushi night. So he heard, I think it was Golden in a sushi restaurant, and he said to one of his producers, he's like, this should not belong in a sushi restaurant. So he went home and he goes, so why don't we just make a song for a sushi restaurant?
That's funny.
But I did like it. I think it's the first 4 songs on side A are really good, and then the last 4, or the beginning 4 on side B, so the vinyl part. So it would be Sushi Restaurant, Late Night Talking, Grape Juice, and As It Was. Perfect. And then Cinema, Daydreaming, Keep Driving, and Satellite. That. And then Boyfriends is good, and then Love of My Life I really did like too. So I don't hate anything.
What was your favorite?
I was thinking of Cinema, but like I think like it was Daydreaming also was really good. So like probably top 5 or top 3 would be like Daydreaming, Keep Driving, and Cinema maybe.
Yeah, I would say Daydreaming is probably my second favorite. Keep Driving is definitely number 1 for me.
And Late Night Talking is like it's such like it's like if 80s funk was like made for the pop era now for some of the songs. So.
Harry's got a little CD. He's like, come here.
Yeah, okay. Look at the CD is so weird how you have to pull it out, right?
I
you have to like.
That it's because to keep it safe though, right?
Looks like
so
a
it doesn't
Blu-ray
fall out.
Disney film.
Yeah,
doesn't it?
It does. Why is it?
It's so just plain. It's just blue. Also, I was looking when you were saying that like Matilda wasn't her name. I just looked up on here who it was written by. It was written by Harry, obviously. Someone named Kid Harpoon, Tyler Johnson, and someone named Amy Allen.
Yeah,
Maybe that could be Amy.
Yeah, probably. Yeah, Amy.
So it could be about Amy Allen. I don't know who that is, but I just wanted to see if her name was actually Matilda or not. But
I did really like this album. I have to definitely listen to it more to see what it ranks for the which album is my favorite. But it's definitely like a summer album, and
Big time.
I can't wait to keep to listen to these during the summer. So really did like it a lot. So
do you think you've listened to enough to give it a rating? Or do you know? Like,
probably a few more, maybe like another time, maybe like a few more times.
Another 50.
Yeah, another 50, yeah,
15.
probably. But no, I really did like it. I feel like my only criticism would be
Harry, criticizing Harry.
one of the songs is too short. I think it's Satellite. I think it's only 2 minutes and 20 seconds.
No, that's Keep Driving.
Okay. Oh, that's the shorter one? Oh, really?
Yeah.
Okay.
Why I know that is because I'm an idiot where anytime I listen to a song, I gotta know what track it's on the album, when it came out, who's it by, how long the song is, just because I just have to know that.
No, but like I did. Like,
I don't know why.
Even like Fine Line, we talked about this. Like he has like two songs in there. It's Fine Line and She that are like
Longer.
about 6
Like
minutes
6
so long. So I do like longer songs. I think the longest song is like 4 minutes and 30 seconds. So I mean.
You do not like longer songs. I remember one time we were driving, we were playing Stranglehold by Ted Nugent, which is 8 minutes long, and you were like,
oh my god, how long is this going to go on for? I've said this before. My gripe with long songs is that if they keep me entertained for the entire 8 minutes, if I'm like 4 minutes in and I'm like, oh my god,
but
this is the same fucking
Stranglehold
thing.
is such an amazing guitar solo. He was all like, and you're all like, okay, let's see you next song.
He was like, at first.
Second though.
He said, I got it.
I got it.
He goes, this song's got me in a stranglehold now.
I actually, I'll have to listen to it again to see where I
water.
rate it, but like I really did like it. Wait, what did you say? What did you say? I missed it. I was talking.
I just went like this. He just goes pee-pee water. Oh my! I'm already sweating.
I got jokes today.
But of course, there's a song in here about fruits and grape juice.
Grape juice. I'm just waiting for the song called Banana.
I'm
waiting for that song.
So I told you this. This is his most sexualized. There's literally 2 songs in here that talk about like I think getting a girl wet and stuff like that.
Olivia Copo, or whatever.
Olivia Wilde.
Oh, Olivia Wilde.
well, listen. When you're in Harry's house, he'll make you squeal like a mouse.
All right.
You know, she probably says like, "Come here."
Wait, what?
Harry's probably like, "Come here, my little kitten," or some shit like that. Let's be honest here.
No,
He's
like
probably a
come here, my
Discord
little
mod too.
what? He's
Is he a furry? He's got a tail on when he walks around the house.
By Gucci.
Gucci tail.
I
Gucci
want to say
flip flop.
like give me your. He was gonna probably say to her like, give me your watermelon sugar or something like that. I don't know, like something ridiculous.
Yeah, sure. Next one's definitely gonna be fucking banana.
I
what I'm
want
saying,
that song
it's
to be
banana.
banana.
He's
What do
made
you- what do you think Rip Juice is?
semen. No.
Purple.
Whole semen. Lean semen. Lehman. Sorry.
But I mean, cinema literally talks about like popping, and literally that just basically means a girl coming. So
Yeah, very
Is that why it's your favorite?
And this is playing on the airway for our kids to listen to. Oh my goodness!
my goodness. At least it doesn't
Boomers.
say like wet ass pussy over and over.
True,
again.
true. Realistically, imagine if,
What?
like Harry was inspired by WAP to write a song. He's like, all right, bet I gotta top that.
He's like, I could do this better.
I could do this better.
He's
but
like,
British.
At first.
He's like, well, at least
If it's British, it'd be like moist something.
moist bottom.
Moist bottom
Female
jeans.
genitalia.
Moist bottom jeans. So yeah.
Remember, kids, it's okay to make fun of British people.
Yeah. So I mean, I'm.
Well, at least,
Oi.
at least I can make a better album than Cardi B.
I really did like the album. But
At first.
At first.
I'm glad you guys liked it too. But yeah, it's different pop. It's definitely different from like what. No.
Continue. Continue.
We're listening.
Yeah.
listening.
So Harry's House was
wait.
definitely a good song. Good album.
Damn, he losing his mind.
Yeah, I am because of what. the
Wait, who, me or him?
Him.
Well, because I'm
He
working.
wishes cinema was about him.
Oh.
I saw a video where, like, I forget her name. It's something Broski. She, like, met Harry Styles. You showed me
Yeah,
the video.
yeah.
I could see Gion's pants tightening watching that video of her hugging him. I could see that happening. He was like, Nicky, I gotta go to the bathroom. He immediately went to the bathroom after that. I'm like, Gian, are you okay? It was a 2-minute video. He's like, yeah, I'm done. We love you, Gian. Just hop off Harry's, all right? Just take it easy.
Yeah, get out of Harry's house, bro. Come on.
No, I'm living in his attic. What are you talking about?
Oh, yeah, just for a few more weeks.
Yeah,
Is
he
that-
gave me the keys.
That tweet you, what was
Yeah.
that tweet you said?
Yeah, it's like, Harry's house is pretty cozy and funky. I hope he doesn't mind me living in his attic for a few months.
You thought he would pop off. That was a good tweet. I'll admit it.
Yeah.
Speaking of tweets, I tweeted last night.
Oh lordy, I can't wait to talk.
All right, is my microphone still working? Okay, I pressed the button. Sorry. I'm never allowed at a Cheesecake Factory in Providence, Rhode
And we'll
Island
tell
ever
you why.
again.
wait.
It's just.
What?
You-
Are you gonna like
Are
it?
you gonna look at the tweet?
Yeah, I want to know what happened.
All right.
I'll
So-
explain it from my point of view. It'll be.
Let me explain it first, because I'm the star of the show here, for at least for this situation.
What?
I ain't even allowed back in the Cheesecake
No, but you know what's
Factory
funny?
in
You know what's funny?
Providence, Rhode
Literally,
Island ever
It,
again.
it was
Look
it was
who
it was a
retweeted that.
minute in. Rhode Island retweeted it.
Yeah, just look at. So someone who's gonna be scrolling through their page because they retweet a bunch of shit, they're just gonna be like,
It's just
"Who's
him.
this Maximillionaire dude, and why is he not allowed in the Cheesecake Factory?" Well, great question, audience. Let me tell you. So I had a gift card, right?
I
That my grandparents gave me.
Yes.
So I was under the impression that there was $50 on it, and I was confident in that. So first of all, Cheesecake Factory has it set up a little interestingly. I call, right? I'm like, hey, can we do reservation for about 7:30? She goes, oh, we do reservations through Yelp. Yelp. I'm like,
yeah, that's when I was
Yelp?
a little weird. Like,
who? I never used Yelp until last night. So I'm like, all right, whatever. And I'm like, so I just go on there and I could just schedule a reservation. She's like, yeah. Or since it's been getting nicer out, it's really not that busy on a Friday night. You can just walk in. I'm like, all right.
That's true. We got in
So I go on Yelp. I see the earliest they have is 9:30. I go, all right, Gian, we have 3 options here. 1, we get a reservation for 9:30. 2, we walk in at around 7. Or 3, we go somewhere else. We chose to walk in, and like she said, there was many tables open. It was busy, but there was a lot of tables open. So we go in, we get sat down at like a 2-seater. So we sit down, we get bread, we eat. I order a mac and cheese burger, really good, messy as all hell, but really good. He orders a pizza on a wooden slapping panel, really good, messy, but really good. And then here comes the time to pay the bill.
I'm sorry. This has to be in my point of view. This has to be.
This has to be what?
So actually, I have to say this in my point of view, like just how it happened. I'll and then you can do the other. I just have to do the gift card first.
Okay.
So Miguel, I'm actually sitting at the exact same spot we did for your surprise dinner.
Okay.
He is sitting across from me.
Uh-huh.
Lady comes over. So we think he has like $50 on the gift card. As he
Oh, I'm confident I do.
confident, so confident, and I start making jokes. Imagine there's nothing on it. So the woman comes by with the receipt, and all I see is this dude. She doesn't even put down the receipt. She just says, "Here you go." She's about to put it down on the table. He hands her the gift card in a split second. She goes, "Here you go," and she goes, "Oh, okay," and just takes off with it. He had no remorse. He didn't
even look at her.
He didn't. He kept looking at me. So lady comes by receipt. Oh, here you go, and he just keeps looking at me as it's happening. I go, oh.
So
I go, good luck getting her number now. So
yeah, because
she walks away, and we're sitting there, blah blah blah, and then she comes back with the receipt. Remember, Nicky is confident there's $50 there, and she goes, "Your balance is $3.20, so you have to pay us $3.20." And he goes, "Oh."
I look at it, I go,
and then I tell
and I go, how much was on there? She goes, 40. I go, ah.
And then the funny thing was happening was you said, well, how is this was something like, how is this possible? And I go, well, maybe that would have helped if you've gotten the receipt and looked at how much it was instead of just handing her the fucking gift card.
I was confident there was a 50, not a 40 on there. So
I was crying laughing.
So then, here's where Nicky's great common sense comes in. So
I can't be here for this.
So
Are you serious?
I don't think it's that bad.
It's worse than you think, I think.
Okay,
what happened?
Well, Miguel has the best common sense. Maybe he'll be the deciding factor. So, I have a 20, right? I actually have cash on me, which
Surprisingly.
I'm never using cards again. I'm just gonna use cash after this point.
Okay.
No.
I'm so confused.
I hand her the
What
20.
happened?
I hand her the 20. I say to her, I go, all right, here's what I'm gonna do. I look at her dead in the eyes. I go, what I'm gonna do is this 20 is gonna cover the $3.20, and then I'm gonna leave a $7 tip. Here you go. She goes, oh, thanks. And she walks away. And then Gian, he's roaring. He's almost on the floor crying, laughing. I go, what are you doing? He goes, you don't tell her how much you're going to leave her for a tip. You just let her give you the change, and you put the tip down. I go, oh, yeah, that's right. I haven't paid with cash in a hot minute. Maybe that wasn't the rightest thing for me to say. So then, and then, so as we're sitting there waiting, I go to Gian. I go, Gian, I'm still going to write my number down. And he goes, with what pen? I go, when she brings back my receipt. Oh.
This was a span of like 5 minutes on this.
I go, oh, she's bringing me back cash.
Oh,
and then she was nice enough because it was $3.20. She didn't do the change. She just gave him the whole dollar back.
But I was hold up. I was confident when I looked at her. I'm gonna pretend you audience watching this are her, right? We're sitting down. I go, here's 20. I'm gonna pay you a $7 tip, and the rest is gonna cover the $3.20. Here you go. She goes, oh, thanks, and she walks away. I go, and I looked back at Gian with pride, right? And he's over there. He's doing the typical squint, squeezing the top of his nose, cringing. I go, what's wrong? He goes, you dumb ass. You don't fucking tell them how much you're leaving for a tip. You just leave them there. But I tried to redeem myself by leaving $3 extra. So I left her a $10 tip.
Yes.
So I was like, you know what? I could have tried to scrawl with my fingernail. You know how the receipts have you can write on it leaves that silver lining. I could have just written that and scrawled my phone number on there, but I was like, you know what? My pride's been shattered. We gotta go. So then that's when I tweeted, bruh, I am never allowed back in a Cheesecake Factory in Providence ever again. Rhode Island retweeted it because Nicky, common sense is not spelled anywhere in his name, and this just goes to show you, I don't pay with cash often. I'm like,
No.
she's
Yeah,
gonna,
I haven't paid in cash
she's
in a
gonna
while.
bring back a receipt, right? And I'm gonna have to sign it, and I'm gonna have to put a tip, and I'm like, oh wait, no, I can't leave my number. There ain't no pen there. But
You should just ask her,
yeah.
I can have a pen for what?
And then
reasons.
and I think even before that too. At one point, the guy, right? He might have been new. He there's a couple sitting next to us, right? And they ordered an appetizer of something, and he comes up to us by accident. And he goes, "Did you guys order this?" I go, "No," but I'll take it. I start to reach for it, and he walks away and gives it to the people. I was like,
right
"Damn."
next was a foot away from us.
I was like, I was just gonna take their meals. I'll
Also,
take it.
I just realized what else we can talk about, but I'll talk about it
Okay, yeah.
later.
So, are we not? Oh no, sorry, never mind. I'm sorry. I looked at the live and I saw 0, but then I was like, are we
Me
not
and Miguel
recording?
just looked at each other like, I would
I
walk
would
out.
have gone home. I would have gone home. I'm like, no,
Nicky,
I'm not
are you
doing
okay?
this again.
What's happening these past couple of days?
No common sense.
No.
He's at third right now.
I'm third base to Mars. We have OBS going. I looked at what it says live. I saw zeros. I go, oh my God, were we not recording this whole time? I look to the right of that said record. That's going. I go, whew, okay.
But wait, isn't there supposed to be
Yo.
minutes?
Yes, it's 30 minutes and 30.
Oh, okay. All right.
Silly Ella stupid. Listen,
We've
we
been
all
talking
know
for
that.
We've been talking for 30 minutes.
I know, right? This just goes to show you that I guess me specifically now, don't have good common sense. That's why Miguel, Bachelorette here, has the common sense.
But-
he needs to lead of us.
Well, some of us who get their bachelors don't have as much success as most people.
Dog.
Listen,
It's been a
I'll
week
tell you-
and a
hey,
half.
Hey,
It's been a
Gian,
week and
I'll
a
tell you
half.
what. You know what you have that he doesn't? Jobs. So Miguel, tell us about what's going on. How's that? How's that
job?
piece?
How's
How's
jobs
that piece
going?
of paper with the silver lining
piece
on
of
there?
paper.
How's that doing with you? With the silver casing?
How's that doing
Dog,
for you?
it's been a week and a half. You got to give me
Has it
time.
collected dust yet?
I don't even have it yet.
Well, Gian,
They gotta
Miguel,
mail
maybe
it
if you
in.
go into the office not holding it upside down, maybe they can read it properly.
Honestly, yeah, I shouldn't have taken all those pictures. Damn. I gotta explain. Listen, it's for the joke.
It's
you
for
know?
the joke.
You know, I like if you value sense of humor, you would hire me.
Did you walk in there with like a tie right? You did the the
What are you talking about?
when you went for your interview for a job.
I
they
didn't have
give it to
any
you?
interviews
Oh,
yet.
no. So
no.
what? So you didn't even get there yet.
No, I
So
didn't
tell
even
us
get
what's
there.
happening.
So
Talk to us.
I've been applying to jobs. Why are we talking about this?
Yeah.
You wanted to talk about
wanted
it.
to say you
I was
brought
just
it up.
I was making a joke. I didn't
All
really
right,
want to.
all right.
Well, it's too late now.
Okay, well, if you're a fucking recruiter, like fucking hire me. I mean, I got a bachelor's. I'm
if
funny.
If anyone listening to this is hiring, we have a desperate man who needs to
Like
make
if
money
you're
his
hiring for
family.
IT, let me know. I mean, like.
Listen,
Fuck it,
anytime
I
you need
mean-
to plead your case, Miguel, do me a favor. Wear these glasses. I pleaded my case last week when I was telling them I was a bachelor.
All right.
Wear this. Wear them over your regular glasses. Look at the camera and plead your case. Go.
Give me a job.
I would hire him.
I would too.
I would too.
I mean, I got these cool sunglasses that are definitely mine. You could borrow them. I'll take them back after like 2 seconds though. You know, I got a bachelor's in technology. I got a minor in photography. You know, I could take.
You have a minor?
Yeah, I have a minor.
Oh,
you
how old?
photographed a minor?
Yeah, how old?
Do not.
Wait,
not.
what's his name?
Oh, no. No. Anyways, you know, I could take pictures.
Of minors?
Let's move on. No, I'm done. Let's move on.
All right.
I'm sorry, you walked right into that.
Miguel, I'll let you know right now. Stocks are not doing good for technology. So, have you been applying to like tech places?
I have.
Well, let me give you something here. Maybe you could use this. Here, One Up on Wall Street by Peter Lynch.
Wait, did
Read
you
it.
Definitely read this on your free
plan
time.
this already?
What are you talking about? I have that in my couch, underneath my couch all the time. In case there's an intruder, I know I'm going to die, I can get some last minute knowledge.
This man just pulled out a book.
If you notice, my bookmark here, I've
it
had
the
this since I was
beginning?
9. I don't know.
Yes, I was about to say that. It's at the start of the book.
What are you talking about? I got up to the title, and then I started chapter. Well, I started. Is this FDIC insured? Let me see.
All right. Peter Lynch.
With
with
John
John
Rothschild. Oh no, child.
More than 1 million copies sold. You know, it's a scam to get these books.
What?
Yeah, technically.
Everything's a New York bestseller. I just bought that because
No.
someone I worked with recommended it to me because he's been reading it. It is really good, like keeping up with the
I
market.
don't think that's what he's talking
But
about.
like, no, that's not what I'm talking about.
Yeah.
Like people who sell books
Mm-hmm.
on how to do things, like, oh, like this is how you can make
Well-
this is how you can make money doing this and that, and like those Facebook like advertisements. You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah.
Like those people, those business people that like how to start entrepreneuring.
Or like those Instagram accounts where it's like you could be doing this, making
Uh-huh.
money. I get what you
And,
mean.
and
I
then
know
you
that.
actually buy the book and it's just a bunch of bullshit.
Yeah.
Or like there was like a YouTube ad for like one of those things, but like it was literally like a 6-minute ad, and then throughout the entire video, this person's like, "I'm gonna teach you how to do this," but never gets to the fucking point. And at the end of
yeah.
the ad, they're like, "To find out, really, you have to do this." So
You have to sign up and
You have
watch
to
my
sign
classes
up,
and
yeah.
pay.
Put in your credit card and
Yeah, put in your
information,
credit card.
social security.
I never said how you do it. Here's how I become successful.
Mm-hmm.
Give me your Bob's credit card with the last 3 digits on the back.
and that's how they make money.
Yeah, I know. Because kids, are getting more access to the internet and for some reason more access to their parents' credit cards, which blows my mind. I never saw what a Bank of America credit card looked like until I was like 15. Never mind, like, Mommy, can you buy this for me? She pulls it out and lets me have it.
Well, if like when I was a kid, like if I wanted to get something or like if I didn't, they would just give me cash. I've never like when I was a kid, they would never hand me their fucking credit card. But like it's different now because like back then, like, I mean like. When we were like 8 or 9 years old, like I mean, like there wasn't as much like I mean that's when I guess like after like when we were at 10, like mobile games started really coming out because of the iPhone and stuff like that. So I think we missed that.
It was
like,
around the
very sharply. We missed it.
It was around the Clash of Clans era where like
Yeah.
kids would like get their parents' credit cards
Yeah.
and buy like
and we were just like
like,
over the
all,
age of
all
that.
the fucking gems or whatever it was called. And Fortnite too, technically. Like some kid.
Fortnite catapulted
like
that.
we
Some-
missed that era. Of
Some
asking
kid bought
parents
like
for that.
$3,000 worth of skins on their parents' credit card. I remember that. That shit was crazy.
First of all, why are their parents not monitoring what their kids are doing with their money
don't
that they
wanna
work
talk
for?
about this right
Do they
now.
give them like a credit card when they're 9 years old to use?
I feel like it's not that's not how it's happening because I feel like a lot of parents like own their own PS4, PS5. And
Yeah,
it's
but
just,
Yeah,
like,
especially nowadays.
Oh, you're
Oh.
saying like, and their credit card information's already on there because you
Yeah.
can place
Yeah.
that. Yeah, that makes sense.
But like,
And the kid goes on there because they share it with the family,
and
and
they're
then
like, ooh,
Ooh, like,
money is
oh,
already on
ooh.
here.
and especially like a lot of parents, like if they don't have, if their kids don't have like phones, and they have like, oh, mom, can I play a game on your phone? Sure. And her credit card information on the Apple ID is already fucking on there, so all he has to do is press buy. I mean, Apple at least has like a photo ID or you have to enter the password sometimes before buying things. I think sometimes. So I mean, I don't know. I mean, like we missed that era like by a few years, I think, because like really like touchscreen games didn't really come out because the iPhone came out in 2007, but like no one really played games on that.
it was really just camera, like
Yeah.
watching videos, calling.
And I think it
YouTube.
was probably until like after 2010 or 2011 where that's really like really started up. But we were already like almost
No,
like
I
teenagers.
remember like there were simple
Angry
games.
Birds.
When did that come out?
Like
2010,
9. Well,
Fruit
the OGs was
Ninja.
like Fruit Ninja, Cut the
Temple
Rope.
Run.
I think Temple Run was the very first one, wasn't
That
it?
really was.
That was an old. I remember, and I remember in like 2009, first person iPad who had it might have been an iPad, but they had like an iPhone maybe. I forget if it was one
Yeah.
or the
Temple
other.
Run was
They had like a air hockey game that you could play like with 2 players on there. That was like 2009. That may have been an
Temple
old
Run
game.
was 2011.
Oh,
Okay.
really?
Fruit,
Wow.
Fruit Ninja was 2010.
Okay.
When was Angry Birds?
That's what I'm looking
I
at.
want to say
looking for
09
right now.
maybe?
There was an app, a mobile app that was free to play. It's not on there anymore, but it
Flappy
was
Bird?
so much fun.
Angry Birds was 2009.
Okay.
Oh, it was.
Yeah.
Wow. This game I think was either 09 or 2010. It was called Gun Bros. This game was so much fun. You probably would have liked it when you were younger because basically you had 2 guys. You could play as one or the other. There were like 6 or 7 planets you can go on, and each planet, yes, that game, Gun Bros. It was like each planet had like waves and like different tiers.
2010.
2010.
Yep.
Had different tiers and different waves of enemies you'd have to face, and the more enemies you killed, it was basically you did until you died. You did as long as you survived, and whenever you died, you gained a bunch of points, and you can unlock like guns in that game, and the guns were so cool. Like there was this one called the Predator. My bad. It was called EDP 445, where basically
Boy.
and
I
basically
had to put in the diss in there.
and basically what you would do is like. When you would shoot it, it would shoot out these little red balls. I'm sorry, it would shoot out these little cupcakes, and when it
Oh my god.
No, but the way the gun worked, it was called the Predator, and like you'd shoot like these little like laser balls at things, and like they would curve and actually like go towards the enemy. So like if you were like shooting straight, the enemy was on the left, it would like turn and start hitting the enemy. And then they had like a plasma laser. It was a really really good game, and they took
What
it off
about,
like 3-4 years ago. They took it
I
off
used
the
to
app
play
store.
like
I don't know why, but
Kill the Buddy or like what the fuck? It was like
Oh, I
Buddy.
remember that.
Kill the Dummy or something.
No,
Kill
no,
the
Buddy.
Boss.
It was something Buddy. Kill the Buddy.
Was it like somewhere like you just had a bunch of weapons, you just beat the shit out of like this
well,
dummy?
Well, like in like
I remember that.
I remember
yeah.
that. Yeah.
it's Buddy something, but like yeah, you would rank up and like
You
you
guys
could get a
remember
nuke at one point. Like,
Jetpack Joyride.
Oh, that game
That
was
was
like
one of my favorites.
that was like
No, I don't
2012,
think- wait, let me see that
2013.
You never played Jetpack
I
Joyride?
only played like. Oh yes.
That was a fun game.
That was a fun
I
game.
mean, the only games I really played were Angry Bird, Temple Run, and
Doodle
Kill the
Jump. Does everyone?
I remember. I didn't play that much, but I know
never
that.
played
That's the earliest one so far.
Flappy
Oh,
Bird when it
oh my
was
God! How
famous.
can we forget about this one? Plants vs Zombies. That was
fuck,
massive.
Wow, yeah.
That wasn't.
I didn't play
That was
but
2011. I know that Plants vs
That was
Zombies was
massive,
2011.
though.
Doodle Jump is the
Or
one that's
09.
earliest right now. April something 09.
Okay, so that's. I mean, that you can tell by that. That's an old
Yeah.
one. When did?
Oh, Plants vs Zombies is May 2009.
Oh wow.
So I mean, Doodle Jump still has a beat. You said April.
Yep.
So that's pretty old actually. Plants vs Zombies. How about Oh, I just lost it.
But
Oh.
it actually only came out on PC and Mac, not phones.
Oh, okay.
Oh no, Plants. Yeah, that was first. It first came out on
Really?
PC, and then it ported over. I
When
think
did
it
it port
ported
over?
over in 2011 because
Yeah, because I remember like that's anytime I saw someone play that, it was
Minecraft
always
2
on the
after,
iPad.
After it debuted,
Minecraft 2.
Minecraft. Not Minecraft 2. Fuck off. I'm using the TOO. Anyways, Minecraft when after it came on PC a couple years when it was ported over to Minecraft PE.
I remember that Pocket Edition.
Pocket Edition. So that was pretty famous.
was actually-
I remember played. We used to play the zombie Call of Duty Zombies on the phone. It wasn't very good, but like.
Does anyone remember a game
Roblox.
called Stair
No,
Dismount?
No, I don't remember that.
So, do you remember PewDiePie playing like Turbo Dismount where like you had like
Yes.
a dummy? They had a game before that called Stair Dismount. I think it was like 2011. And it was like the dummy, but like there were these certain like obstacle courses basically. Like he'd be at the top or something and you would hit him from a certain spot and like the more damage you did, the more points you got. That was really fun. That was like 2011, 12
I don't
maybe.
remember playing
I don't
That was
remember
fun.
that
It was
one.
free. And then Turbo Dismount costed money, but
Because like
my friend gave it to me for free.
it was weird because my first ever phone was a flip phone because And I think I was 10 or 11.
I was 9.
Oh, well, and then, but then I got my first like touchscreen phone, but it was like one of those touchscreen phones that like it was, but then it flipped up and there would be a keyboard underneath, which I would thought was pretty cool. Yeah, something like that. Like I thought it was pretty cool. But then but then my mom told me, oh no, it's from Virgin Mobile,
My company.
So yes, I had that like when I was like 11 or 12, I think, and then I got an iPhone 4 or 5 when I was 13, I think. And then like obviously after that, I
stayed with iPhone.
Stifled iPhones because fucking Androids.
My first phone was when I was 6, and no, hold on.
Was it like the ladybug phone from?
Yeah. It was a green like.
It's called the Caterpillar.
I forget the name of it, but it has two antennas.
Was it like the like leapfrog phone or something?
And I couldn't call like numbers. It was only like it was like home.
911.
911 and like 4 numbers I could call, and that's it.
Oh my god! I
What
remember
were the 4 numbers?
My mom, my dad, my grandma, and my stepdad.
So,
but
I mean, he was 6 years old, granted. So I mean,
Probably had like
the only reason my mom got it is because I got lost. And
where and how?
yeah.
so
He was chasing a Cinnabon.
ironically, it was outside of Cheesecake Factory.
My old stomping grounds.
So what happened was like we were like we were about to go home, and my stepdad was getting the car. My mom had to take like a work call, and so she stepped out, but my grandma was there, but I didn't see anyone, cause like it was like one of those like outside like playground things. You know what I'm talking?
Is this in Miami?
Yeah, in Miami
okay.
at the mall. Like, you know what I'm talking about? Like those
Yes, I do.
Yeah,
No, you
I don't know.
He does not.
So because they don't really have them here.
We're sheltered people here in Rhode Island.
It's like this like these like they have like they designate like little spots in the malls in Miami for kids to play.
Oh, like little like
Yeah, and
are
they
they like
had-
fenced in around?
Yeah,
Okay,
like
yeah.
those.
We had that
those
like the Lincoln Mall and stuff. Or the
No.
Warhol.
That's just like
no.
a plant and like a bench.
Mm-mm.
That was
It's more like they have like a big ass playhouse or some
Oh.
shit like that.
I know what you're talking
But
about. Yeah.
it was something like that.
Yeah. Okay.
And I didn't see my mom or my grandma, so I freaked out and I ran out the mall because I thought they left me. So I was like, "Fuck!"
I
And
gotta run
then
home now.
I like
As a 6-year-old kid, though, I'd be scared though.
out of pure luck, I found my stepdad like walking towards the car,
And then that's when they said.
And
"All
then that's right.
phone
Oh, we're
time."
moving.
Yep.
We're moving.
and then a week later, I had a phone.
Oh.
Damn.
And then a week later, he moved.
A phone. It's probably one of those you had like 20 minutes a day to use it. Like, did they have to buy the minutes for you or something?
I don't know,
No, that
bro.
would
I
not-
was 6. How would I know?
I don't know.
Oh, that's funny.
I imagine they give you an in-depth, elaborate analysis as a 6-year-old because you
No,
are
they're just like,
intelligent.
okay, 1 is mom, 2 is dad, and
that's 911. It's obvious. Oh, that's funny.
I had a phone when I was 9. It was a Verizon flip phone.
That's what I
Flip
had.
phone
Yes.
like this. Yeah, and like the keypad.
Yep.
And I was playing mobile games before I even had a touchscreen phone because you can actually download games on that.
Mhm.
I had the Wolfman, which was really fun. I had the Sims.
Yeah, like you could like.
I had the Sims on that. I had Pac-Man. I had.
They had some weird ass. I used to play. It was like a Pharaoh game, but like it was like an Aladdin ripoff game.
Oh,
that
those
I
like weird
played.
bootleg ones.
Yeah.
Did you have like a
they were
weird
c-
run when you ran or something?
I don't remember. This was when I was like fucking 10 years old. This is 11 years ago.
Remember when you could play Tetris on the Motorola?
That's why I had Tetris.
Oh, yeah.
Yep. I also had Tetris on there.
I did want to talk about something else. It was kind of like a brief update. It was about the Johnny Depp trial. Because
right.
this last
Real quick, can I just be completely blunt?
What?
I'm starting to not care about this trial. Because we
Damn.
talk about it every week. We know that she's going to be found guilty. We know what's going to happen. If she's not found guilty, everyone's going to riot. We know that. I'm just saying that I don't really care anymore. I'm not saying I'm against Johnny.
Yeah.
I want him to win. I agree. But it's just, I feel like we've talked about it every week now.
Unless
Like,
it's a shout out for Camille, don't say anything else.
All right. Well, it was pretty big information, but I mean, yeah.
what was big? Oh, there's more audio that
Well-
she said she hit him.
Well, no, it's basically just.
Oh, she committed
it's basically
perjury.
just-
Obviously.
No, well, yeah, but it's also like she lied on the stand about whatchamacallit, not donating her like $7 million, and she like mixed up the words. She liked to say pledge and like donated. She thinks it's the same exact thing. So
I mean, I just still think at this point we know she's going to be found guilty. I think like the ball's out of her part.
I just want to
She's
say
not
because
gonna
I'm
win.
pretty sure this is the last week. This last week is the last week of the trial,
Right.
and then we find out.
Shout out
verdict.
Camille. Johnny Depp's lawyer.
Yeah.
She's putting in the work against Amber
that's also
Heard.
what I wanted to talk about too. Like she
I mean,
fucked like
go
the
ahead.
cross examination. Like she basically like
She's
blasted her,
cooking her alive.
and she was really good as a lawyer. So I mean,
Her rate's about to go up.
Oh God, yeah.
An OJ's lawyer.
Yeah. I mean, that's what I just want to do that little update, like how it's
I mean,
going. Like
I'm just saying, like we talk about it every week. It's like the
no,
same
but that
thing. It's
that was it. Just like saying like how she like lied
Okay,
about doing
all
her
right.
$7 million
right.
donation. The cross examination by Camille was amazing. So I mean,
That's fair.
hopefully, obviously the best outcome. So
Mhm.
Which I think is going to happen. I really don't think Johnny's going to lose this.
Yeah.
If he does,
then
yo,
it's
we
over.
live in an oligarchy.
I wouldn't be surprised if Amber Heard got assassinated.
Would,
Well,
would,
okay,
would
whoa,
you go?
whoa, whoa, whoa. Hold on.
I was gonna say, would we go protest?
What you're saying is like JFK
you know,
levels of shit.
I was thinking like,
Protest the courthouse.
Yeah,
put a
we
petition
drive
on
down
Twitter.
there, but,
Emily
like,
is typing like not like assassinate the what?
Damn, bro.
Jesus Christ!
We got John Wilkes Booth.
Well, he said I wouldn't be surprised if she got assassinated. Chill out, bro.
That's at first. You got to be at second.
I just want to talk about that. How like she like lied about donating and like basically like the cross examination was really good and I was really proud about all this shit. And like there was literally one photo where it was obviously like not Photoshop but literally the bruise. She just put like an orange red filter to make it look like that it's like brighter.
Right.
And then she put side by side the actual photo, which is her pale face, and she goes, it's the same photo, but for people to think that it's a bruise, like a red mark, she put the filter up. So they have two different photos, the real photo and the one with the filter. And she asked Amber Heard, like, so do you know that these are that's a different filter? She goes, oh, I don't know how to do that.
She's just using
Bruh.
Snapchat.
No, she goes like,
you don't know how to use social media?
she's like, oh, I wouldn't do that.
My ass, bro.
She's done for. That's all.
Yeah.
Yep.
That's really
She's
it.
no matter what, okay, but even no matter what, like we hope that Johnny wins, but even after this, if let's say for a god tier reason that she wins, everyone will still hate her forever.
We're gonna go protest.
Yes.
I mean, yeah. Every.
We drive to Virginia.
Oh yeah. Oh.
I mean, you've done it before.
I have.
So. Yeah.
Maybe I'll propose to Amber Heard.
She'd say yes.
You probably would. Yeah. Like,
She'd be like, "Oh, I need the publicity."
Harry Adams style, yes. Imagine we like interview her and we tell her we're supporters, but then we just like that thing, like that dude did with the KKK member.
did you see that video? The guy forget the bad driving. We're gonna talk about that because
Okay.
this is actually a really
Yeah.
fun thing to talk about. So, I forget.
I'll
Let me look up his name.
Okay,
So,
you get that.
What happened?
It was
there's
like
this
all
YouTuber.
over. I'm
Uh-huh.
sorry you didn't see
He's
it.
British. His name is Niko
British.
Omilana. He's
Mhm.
British, but he's black.
Mhm.
And so, I don't know if you saw this video. It was about a year ago. A guy went to supposedly the most racist town in America called Harrison, Arkansas. He held up a BLM sign. A lot of people like were swearing at him, telling him to leave. So,
Oh, I did see that video.
it blew up about like a year ago.
That was him.
No. He saw that video and he was like, "All right, we're gonna go to Harrison. We're gonna see just how racist it really is." Because even though he's British, he still is black. So he went with him and I think like one or two of his friends.
Yeah,
I think
one
it was
friend, I think.
One friend.
And then
And they wanted to see just how racist Harrison was. And for like the first for most of it, the people that he met were actually super chill.
Yeah.
He met one dude, forgetting his name, but he met him at like
Andrew, something like that.
something like that. They met him at like a
Yeah. Card
uh,
game, like they were playing Magic the Gathering.
Magic the Gathering. He met him, and so basically they're talking. They're talking to locals about like why does Harrison have such like a profound like image that they're so racist. They're one of the most racist towns in America. Basically, I mean, obviously any town is gonna be people who are racist, but there's also gonna be good people there. Basically, what everyone there that he had talked to, whether it was in Walmart, people at the Magic place, they were saying that there's a place outside of Harrison called Zinc, where the leader of the KKK is, and his name is, I believe, Thomas Robb.
Thomas Robb.
Thomas Robb. The Ku Klux Klan in that area is still pretty dominant, and a lot of people
meetings.
they have meetings in Harrison, and a lot of people who are from Zinc or are part of the KKK are in Harrison, and so that's where a lot of like the implementations
So
of the
Harrisonville
racist there.
itself.
Where's Harrison?
It's
So
in Arkansas.
So Arkansas.
I'm not going
so-
over there.
No, but that town is okay. It's just the people from Zinc
Dog.
that come in.
I'm gonna be real. I still wouldn't go
I
there.
wouldn't.
ever.
Oh, no,
because
no.
it's not even like I'm not trying to come at the locals. It's just the people who run the KKK who have meetings
Oh my
there.
God.
Like no,
Oh, lordy.
no, just
So,
I'm
anyway-
not. And I think a lot of people who live there understand. Arkansas, which is northeast, I believe, of Texas. Do you know where Fayetteville, Arkansas is? It's right in the top left, I think, of Arkansas.
Isn't it in the?
It's
Oh.
I think of.
Why is not gonna
It's
fucking
like
know?
east of that.
As the video goes on, I forgot the dude. It has 24 million. At first, it blew up on TikTok, or like I saw on Twitter or TikTok, and it had like a couple million
So
views.
what does he do in the video?
So basically, it's almost a 30-minute video of him wanting to interview the KKK, like the leader of the KKK. He finds out his name, and then he was asking for locals. He goes to Zinc, and he says, "Oh, he lives here." He drives up to this place. He's not home, and this dude comes up like with a Confederate flag on his truck, and the black what's his name? Niko is standing there. He goes, "Hello, sir. We would like to do a interview for the interview for the KKK." He goes, "You need to leave now," and he was like, "Oh." But then he says like, "Well, we're actually from the BBC," and he pretends he's from the BBC from like UK, and he goes, "Hey, just give me a call," the KKK guy. So he calls him in his hotel, and he tells him that he's from the BBC and he's an accurate like interviewer, wanting to interview how the KKK has demonstrated positivity or something like that.
Well, it was like a fake thing where like we want to like shed some light on like
how the KKK isn't that bad.
Isn't that bad, right?
So we wanted, yeah, sure. So he goes to his church, and like he's presenting himself, Niko, as like not a supporter of the KKK, but like he wants to get the truth out that the KKK isn't that bad. So like as the interview goes on, he's talking about like I don't remember everything, but there was one point that really got me. Well, like I was like, Niko goes, "Would you hang out with me at a barbecue?" And he goes, well, no, I wouldn't. I would only hang out with my white people. And he goes, "Oh, okay." And then there was also one point where like he goes, but I don't have any hurtfulness to young black children. And then slowly, as he's talking about like how he feels bad for black children and like for black mothers, a fucking article comes up about the KKK killing black people, and he's like, "We would never do that."
Yeah.
And like,
and he's like, "Oh, but we would save a white child first."
No, seriously, he says that, but he goes, "But I would save a white child first." And I go, "Oh my lord!"
And his for, at least in that interview, he said his logic was like, "Oh, we're just trying to keep like the races pure or something like that."
Yeah.
Something like that, like not mixing them.
And he said like something like, if the KKK marched to the Washington D.C. right now and like overthrew like the government, that like the like black people would be more like free or something like that.
Yeah, he said like if people like, or he said something like if the KKK like ran the country in D.C., he said black people would be better off. He said something like that. Like
that makes
what?
No sense, bro.
So.
Basically, he was saying that they need to be enslaved. That's what he's trying to get at. They're trying to need to be enslaved.
He only did this interview because he said it was for BBC, though. That's the so he tricked this dude into thinking it was to BBC.
And so he starts trolling him, right? So he goes, "All right, we have a few comments here. If you can just read them." One of them, like the way it was spelled out, it made it say BLM. So he goes, "Could you read this guy's name and read what he said?" He was like, "Yeah, BLM. I love your stuff. Thank you,
and
BLM."
It was like one that, and it's one thing that says the person's name on Instagram was "I'm a pussy," but obviously didn't say it outright. He goes, "I'm a pussy," or something like that. So he was reading like the comments.
And then like his fake name, Niko, his name was I'm a Nunce. Nunce mean like deadhead or
in
dumbass
UK,
or something like that in the UK
slang.
And he's like, this dumbass Tom just couldn't pronounce it. He was like Nos.
Nos.
Nuns. There's another N. He's like Nos. He just couldn't pronounce it because, you know, not from Arkansas. He don't care.
But
and
then how the video ends though.
The video ends. The way it ends is like they're walking out of the church because he's like, "All right, you need to get going because I have a meeting soon," says Thomas, right?
Bruh.
And as they're walking out, he goes, "Oh yeah, one more question, just real quick before I leave. I forgot to ask this. Do you make love with the helmet on, with the mask on?" And
tell me he says yes.
And then he goes, "Yeah, real funny. Get out of here." He goes, "You just threw your whole interview." That's basically what he says to him. And he's like, "Get out of here." He goes, "You need to leave now." And like that, he went from like being a semi-nice guy to him to like, "You need to leave." He was probably ready to kill him.
Yeah, like it was. He only did that interview because he said it was from the BBC. But I did want to bring.
And that was even by accident. When he originally went to Harrison, he wasn't originally planning to do that. He just wanted to see why it was so racist. Yeah. And when people were telling him that leader of the KKK, they have their meetings here, he's like, "Let's go interview him. Let's find out who this guy is."
Balls in this guy.
So I mean, it paid off. Like almost 25 million views later in 8 days. Like definitely paid off.
I'll show you the clip afterwards of when he walks up to his house and like you could hear it in the dude's voice, like, "You need to leave," and you could hear how scared Niko. He goes,
from the BBC.
Like he thought he was gonna be like fucking shoot him.
He's from the UK. He was in an area where everyone carried guns, so he probably thought he was gonna get shot.
Yeah, and how he like commented about a kid walking out of Walmart with the gun. He goes, "Oh my god, I can't."
Yeah, there was like a kid like he had like a hat, cowboy hat on. He like walked out with like a holster and a gun, and he's like, "What the fuck? The kid's carrying a gun."
He goes, "America."
He goes, "America."
But I wanted to bring that up because that was actually a really good, cool video.
It's a great video, and I think he did some justice today. He probably has their next meeting of KKK. They're gonna have Niko's head on a pike around a fire. They're gonna want to find out where he lives. They're gonna infiltrate the UK, saying, "Hey, we're part of the BBC as well." They're gonna try to interview Niko, and then they're gonna try to assassinate him.
Like I said, like the fact that the KKK is even still a thing is
ridiculous,
is disgusting to me. But
yeah.
Yeah.
So I know one place we're never going to.
Nope.
For a burger
Arkansas.
review or nothing.
That's like the greatest burger in Arkansas.
Imagine.
Miguel,
Nope.
You won't. Not
We
even
do a
worse.
thing called state review, Miguel. We go to every state when we review it. We'll go to Harrison, Arkansas. All right, let's review this place.
All right, you know, I'll leave that to you guys. You know,
what if we tell them that we're like the biggest podcast in like the world and we ask them to interview?
Imagine we interviewed the leader of the KKK.
I will not be there.
No, we would troll interview them.
Yeah.
Obviously.
I
Oh,
will
obviously.
still not be there.
Yeah.
No, honestly, I think after that guy's never taken another interview
No.
again. He is
I don't think
never
he's going
doing that
back to
again.
America ever again.
No, I'm talking about the leader of the KKK.
No.
He's never
Oh,
taken
oh,
another
yeah.
interview ever again after that. Because he probably saw this now. This is blowing up because it was on
God,
like
yeah.
TikTok, YouTube,
You think he'll
everywhere.
try to sue him?
Oh, he's probably
I-
going to try to kill him.
Oh.
And like, this is not Amber Heard's probably going to get assassinated. No, the KKK, because this man's
Probably,
black,
yeah.
if he was staying anywhere in that area, they would try to
Yeah.
kill him, I think.
Kind of sad, realistically, if you think about
yeah.
it. But
I mean,
It is sad. I think
It's-
we're safe in our little area of New England.
I mean, it's not. Thankfully, after all these years, it's not as prominent as it used to be, and there's only that one small group of dumbasses who do
Yeah,
that.
I mean,
so.
it's not just Arkansas. There's probably a lot of KKK
Probably,
within
like,
a lot
yeah,
within the
South,
South.
yeah.
Like those little like rural areas.
I feel like it like realistically, it just cuts off like after Florida. Like, we don't call ourselves the South. We're just Florida.
They're just Florida.
We're just
Florida,
Florida.
Florida and California could be their own countries.
technically Georgia too.
Yeah, a little bit of Georgia.
I feel like Florida and Georgia are like their own. Like Georgia kind of leans into like the Southern culture
Yeah.
Yeah.
that they have, but like not really.
Well, it's just like I think the thing is Georgia has a major city, Atlanta. That's one
Yeah.
thing.
But that's
All the other ones, they really don't have like a major city like that.
A lot of movies are filmed, and TV shows are filmed in Georgia too. A lot of them.
I feel like
Atlanta.
northern Georgia is more like the rest of the South.
Probably,
but like
yeah.
the Atlantic area is more like I can't even compare it to Florida because it's not even like Florida. It's
Right.
Yeah,
Atlanta's
it's
Atlanta.
literally Florida's its own entity. Really,
Yeah. It
really is.
realistically.
It's the retirement state, and it's a state where people marry alligators.
Because I don't really consider Florida the South. It's in the South.
It's just
obviously.
called Florida.
That's the thing. Like we would consider like South Carolina the South before we'd consider Florida the South,
Honestly.
which is weird.
Because like
It's not even just like a location thing now. It's like a matter of like
it's not the same. It really isn't.
Yeah.
Because
It's-
South Florida is me.
But I think it's also just basically like everything that happened like the 1800s were built basically around like Arkansas
That is
and
true.
like that's basically.
Spain used to own Florida. That's what it is.
So I don't remember my history.
is that
so.
true?
No, that's true.
Okay, yeah.
I mean, I knew that all the states weren't.
Well, didn't we purchase Louisiana from France back in like the 1800s?
the purchase of
sort thing?
Louisiana, I don't fucking know.
Yeah, the Louisiana Purchase had something to do with Napoleon Bonaparte or Dynamite. No, Bonaparte.
U.S. history is not my forte, so
All right.
we really ran off on a little lot. But
We bought.
Florida was under rule by Spain until 1821.
Oh.
Or 1840. No,
well, it's really that.
1821. Yeah.
I was about to say 1840.
And then we purchased Louisiana from France, right?
Well, obviously, yeah. The
Yeah.
Louisiana
When did we
Purchase.
That's
break
right,
up?
yeah.
When did the 13 colonies break off from?
Bro, now you're getting into the weeds. I don't even know. I don't even want to pick. So,
Honestly,
all right.
well,
I think this is a good way to end it off on a little historical message.
Yes,
Yup.
because we are all historical majors. God, imagine.
I used to love history actually when I was in high school.
I like World War II history. I like the history of like just like
I like a lot of British history, like with Oliver Cromwell and King Charles
Yeah.
I. That was very
or like
interesting. English
serial
Civil Wars.
killer like histories like Jack the Ripper. Like
Yep.
or
or like Ted Bundy thing. I mean, those stuff is just it's naturally.
Have you
Yeah.
have you seen like those TV documentaries on Ted Bundy?
I've seen a few.
Have you seen the one with Zac Efron?
Yeah, I saw that.
Oh,
one,
the movie? Yeah, yeah,
Most
that came
Wicked
out, yeah.
Vile.
Oh
or
yeah,
something.
it
Yeah,
was a
that
movie.
was
Yeah,
good.
that's
Yeah,
right.
It was a
that was
Netflix like.
I saw the O.J. Simpson documentary
yeah, that was a
on
good one,
Netflix
too.
too,
That was a really good one.
with David Schwimmer.
And something.
It's crazy to think that the guy who played Sheldon from The Big Bang Theory was in the Ted Bundy documentary.
He wasn't in the Ted Bundy.
Yes, he was.
Yes, he
Oh,
was.
He was the lawyer.
He was the lawyer. Against-
Parts, whatever.
Not Ted Bundy. O.J. Simpson.
Oh no! Oh, sorry. I was talking about the Ted
Oh.
Bundy thing. I was talking about
He
like.
was in,
Yeah, he was a lawyer. Like the guy who plays Sheldon in The Big Bang Theory, Bazinga, is a lawyer. in the movie.
Sheldon.
Yeah,
oh,
sorry.
But something Parson, I forget his name.
Jim Parsons.
Jim Parson.
Yeah, you're probably right.
Yeah.
And
No,
then I didn't see the OJ one.
that's
though.
it's very good.
We did see the Night Stalker documentary on
Very
Netflix.
good.
That was really good about Richard Ramirez. They like interviewed the cops, like how like all the killings were happening throughout the like county, and how like they couldn't
so
catch
many.
this guy.
Did you guys ever see the documentary of I think it's Danielle something? He was a
think I've
bank
seen it.
robber
I
in
haven't
Miami.
I don't think I
forget his
have.
name.
No.
Oh, no, well, I did see. I don't know if this is the same thing. I saw the documentary about the biggest, in like the early 2000s, like there was this like the news thing where this dude was
Danny.
I forget where it was, but it all started with this video, and I didn't realize it because I knew about this incident. I didn't know it went this deep, but this dude was surrounded by police forces because he had a bomb around him. And literally on the news, and even in the documentary, it shows, I think it's on Netflix, literally he explodes on news because it was a bomb. And like
Jesus
people.
Christ.
So I thought that was it, but apparently it went deeper. Like it was like a weird, I forget the name of that. It was like, he wasn't the real victim. Like he didn't suicide. He was, someone did like tempted him to do it. And like, it goes like, it's like a 4-part thing. That was really good.
Did you find it, Miguel?
Yes, I'm trying to look for his name. It was in Dade County, the county I'm from, in 1986. There's a movie about it called Pain and Gain.
It's not telling you the guy's name?
I'm looking for it. Danny Lugo, yeah.
Oh, that name sounds familiar. I think I have heard of him.
All right.
He was like an infamous bank robber back then?
This is
yeah.
This is the thing. It's on Netflix. It's called Evil Genius. It's a long ass title. The true story of America's most diabolical bank heist. So.
Is that about this guy?
No, I don't think
1993.
so.
Oh, is that him? Wait, I've seen that dude before. That man has just evil in his eyes. He looks scary.
Well,
Yeah, it looks like if O.J. Simpson was a bank robber. I think
That's a
awesome.
great way to end it off on talking about serial killers and robbers.
Yes.
All right,
Interesting.
we're gonna
So,
leave. Miguel's gonna go cook for us right now.
Yeah.
He's gonna make us delicious
we're
hamburgers and hot
go
dogs.
into Miguel's house, not Harry's house.
Miguel's
so
house.
He's gonna put up some tunes for
We're
us.
gonna
so.
go in his house. All the furniture's gonna be on the ceiling, or we walk in, we fall to the ceiling.
Interesting. It's like Alice in Wonderland.
Woo. All right.
Anyways, thank you for watching, listening. We're on YouTube if for watching, and if you're listening, Spotify, Apple, Amazon, Pandora, Google. We're on we're on the Harry's House album. We're on
BBC.
We're on the BBC.
We're on Harrison Radio.
We're on. Oh, I was gonna say we're on KKK Radio. Oh my god. We're on everything basically. So wherever you can get your hands on.
We're there. We're everywhere.
We're everywhere.
We're number one.
We are.
Miguel,
Yes.
give us your final words.
Yes. What's your final words for this week?
You know, in light of Harry's house, I have one word. Melon.